Eyes up. 30 minutes? If a man can go that long, he deserves to be called champion. My pick is LJ.
A good champion knows a champion, and the vet knows Randall Floyd is going to stay the TV champion.
Tonight, TV title match, 30 minutes.
Jumpa! Enough about this Iron Man match. The talk should be about me, the best wrestler here, and how I get screwed in and week out. And I'll tell you this, I'm about to go do something about it. So come with me.
As a cold snap grips Louisville, we welcome you into a hot night of Ohio Valley Wrestling action. And speaking of hot, Tony Gunn's
Stay in this ring right now.
boiled over last week, and it
Dean
cost
Hill.
him a #1 contendership.
I know you're back there watching. I know you're back there listening. I know you hate it when wrestlers come out here and try to hijack the show. Well, who cares? I am Shotgun Tony Gunn. I am the best wrestler here. And all you care about, Dean Hill, all you care about is wrestlers making an impression on you, being impressed. You want to be impressed? I'll impress you right here, right now. Send me out here the best talent that you got, that you can put in front of me. And I'll beat the ever-living crap out of them. Because this is the Gunn Show.
Well, it's been 7 days. Looked like Tony Gunn's blood pressure still hasn't gone down from last week. He's hot.
If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. You do not issue an open challenge to the OVW locker room because you never know who's going to come through the curtain.
Whoa!
Yeah, you never know who's going to come through the curtain, and somehow, some way, Dapper Dan managed to make it back from our match.
Oh, don't be a bitter Betty. That's the voice of Josh Ashcraft, Dapper Dan's former manager in the Legacy of Brutality. Ashcraft sitting in for Dr. McNaylor, who is the flu tonight. Get well soon, buddy. I'm Gilbert Corsi alongside our special guest contributor from WDRB Sports, Mike Lissette. And Tony Gunn wasting no time going to work on Dapper Dan.
Hey, you're absolutely right. You know what, Tony, I think maybe took a strategy from me from the Saturday Night Special. Take things to the outside, do whatever you want, beat the man down before you roll him in.
Just to be clear, Josh, if Tony Gunn took a page or a lesson from you at the Saturday Night Special, he'd be sitting out here beat up, battered, broken, and bruised.
This match hasn't even started until right now. I'll tell you what, Tony Gunn, on the one hand, you have to like the fire. On the other hand,
Shoulders on the mat here. Dapper Dan's out in two. Bottom line here,
Yeah.
Gunn's got something to prove, Mike.
He definitely does, but he's got to learn to keep his temper in check. He had a chance to be #1 contender last week, and he got too fired up. He pushed the referee. He blew his chance.
Animosity building within the self-professed best wrestler here because his win-loss record is not what he wants over the last several months here in Ohio Valley Wrestling.
Well, that's because Tony Gunn hasn't gotten the opportunities that he deserves, Gilbert. Tony Gunn is one of the most technically skilled and sound wrestlers that we have on the roster, and nobody's willing to give him the time of day.
But at the end of the day, majority owner Dean Hill says, impress me. The best way to impress him is to win. Well, as Bud Dwight pointed out last week, Gunn lost to Matrix, Gunn lost to Houdini, Gunn even lost to Dwight last week, all while he had an opportunity to gain a #1 contendership. That's not very impressive to the majority owner.
You got to wonder if all those losses start to build the fire, the anger starts to build up, you lose control.
Clearly. That's what happened last week. We saw Tony Gunn lose control, and in an opportunity where he had a chance to possibly become the #1 contender, his temper got him disqualified.
Well, you know what? He may have lost his temper last week, but he looks like he's in control right now.
Yeah, Gunn is fully focused, but he shouldn't be taunting this crowd. He should get on top of Dapper Dan for the cover. Precious seconds have ticked away, and he did not hook the leg. Dan's out in 2.
You don't want to underestimate Dapper Dan. You'd know something about that, right, Ashcraft?
I didn't underestimate anything. Shut your mouth, Corsi Lisette. I will come over there and slap the taste out of your mouth.
That was
You'd
a free
have
one.
to
I'm
get
sorry.
your up on your crutch to be able to come over here.
You know what I'm going to do with that crutch afterwards? I'm going to take it. I'm going to stick it straight
Okay, all right,
up.
it's a family show. Come on.
Nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, Tony Gunn trying to put a mark in the win column here, but it's no easy test.
He's
with
not going to
Dapper
do this.
Dan.
There's no way he's going to do this.
Of course there's a way he could do this. He's Tony Gunn. This is a gun show.
Dan's near 300 pounds.
Tony lost his footing. He slipped a little bit. You see that right there?
Turns the tide the other way, and a door opens for Dapper Dan, who didn't really get a solid shot or both feet to be planted on the ground at the start of this match. Dan's just trying to get his wits about him right now.
What wits? Dan has wits?
Don't be a bitter Betty, Josh.
Hey, no one's being bitter. Look, I'll give Dapper Dan his credit. Dapper Dan is a heck of a competitor. He gave me the fight of my life.
He beat the crap out of you, just to be clear.
That's neither here nor there. The point I'm trying to make is if Dapper could just really tap into that killer instinct that I know he has, maybe he would succeed more.
Tony Gunn telegraphed. Dan saw it coming, was out of the way in the nick of time.
All the power right there from Dapper Dan. Here's a
Wait,
cover.
No hook of the leg, and the best wrestler here is out in 2.
You know, I don't think that was actually a conscious cover. Dap just kind of fell back across Tony Gunn right there, and the referee happened to be in the spot to try to count.
Ladies and gentlemen, our main event tonight is a 30-minute Iron Man match between Randall Floyd and LJ for the OVW Television Championship. And Gunn's got Dapper in a submission maneuver here, Mike.
Yeah, all the pressure being put on Dapper Dan's neck. He's saying he wants to keep going, but you got to wonder how much longer he can be in this situation.
A modified version of the camel clutch here, Josh.
You know, and that's the thing. What people don't seem to realize, that camel clutch, you're wrenching back on your opponent's neck. It makes it so hard to breathe. And Dapper gets the ropes. It's a smart move on his part.
And Gunn uses the full 5 count just to get a little more punishment in before the break.
Gilbert, back to your point, previewing the match tonight between Randall Floyd and Logan James. I think tonight we're finally going to decide which of the two is the better wrestler. I can't wait.
We're going to find out tonight in our main event. And again, you hear Tony Gunn say he is the best wrestler here. Sometimes you got to wonder, after what we've seen from Gunn over the last several weeks, if he's not telling everyone that he's the best wrestler here, as so much convincing himself that he's the best wrestler here.
Well, I don't know. He's got the knee pads down. Gunn was loading up for that big knee on the top. Dapper managed to stop him, and I really do think Tony is the best wrestler here. You know, everybody makes a mistake every now and then. Michael Jordan did.
Gunn comes in a head full of steam and gets met with a clothesline from the 300-pound Dapper Dan. Dan beginning to fire and put it together now.
Dapper's going to work on Gunn. Tony's got to stop this. He can't let Dapper get momentum behind him. If he does, it's all over but the crying at this point.
Belly to belly. Plants Gunn in the middle of the ring. And can Dapper Dan hang another loss on the self-professed best wrestler here? Not sure why Dan didn't go for the cover there, Mike.
Gilbert, he's setting him up. The end is near for Tony Gunn.
German release. Nobody does it better in OVW.
But see that right there? That is why Dapper can't get this over, because Tony Gunn is the best wrestler in OVW. He rolled right to the corner and under the rope so he couldn't get pinned.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hold on. Yes. Tony Gunn grabbed Dapper's kendo stick.
The winner
Yes!
of the match, the disqualification, Dapper Dan!
Another disqualification for Tony Gunn. Last week it looked like he had the match well in hand. This time it was a desperation move out of Tony Gunn.
Wait a second. Looks like some of the trainees from OVW here are trying to slide into the ring.
How can you be the best wrestler here if you're using a kendo
Oh,
stick?
right to the back of Kate. Oh, his neck. And now he's taunting KTD.
Wait, Dapper up behind him.
This
got him down.
This is desperation and frustration. That led to the disqualification of Tony Gunn.
And here comes the locker room. They're trying to break this apart.
We have everybody out here right now. Referees, wrestlers trying to get these two apart.
An irate Tony Gunn, a bruised Dapper Dan.
Somebody's got to get that kendo stick away from Tony Gunn, and they finally do.
And
Wait a minute here.
Gunn's not done yet. We got 15 guys out here, and they can't keep Gunn and Dapper Dan apart.
You got to get them separated. This is too much.
It's like we finally got some separation between the two of them.
This is not the period at the end of the page, ladies and gentlemen. I think there's more to come here between Gunn and Dan. We'll be right back.
Wrestling, a love and a passion we all share. I've started a wrestling brand, a brand founded on the aspects of wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product that connect emotionally for people everywhere. From counting the lights in your local armory to main eventing in Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan. Collar and elbow, the wrestling brand.
Welcome back into Davis Arena, 4400 Shepherdsville Road for another edition of Ohio Valley Wrestling. Kind of an unexpected start. Gilbert Corsi joined alongside Mike Lissette and, yes, Josh Ashcraft. And I understand they're still trying to get control of the chaos and the fighting and back between Dapper Dan and Tony Gunn. So while we have a few extra minutes here, and Bud DeWitt, I do want to ask you about your own... Bud! Come on, Mike! Now, get some help out here! Come on!
Oh, that was there. That hurt.
Michael Hayes from out of nowhere. Oh, and another shot.
Good Lord, I think Michael Hayes just bent that chair over the back of the head of Bud Dwight.
Keep in mind, Bud Dwight had 2 surgeries on those shoulders.
You know who has that in mind? Michael Hayes, Captain Chaos, the creator of chaos, the guy who never goes into battle without a strategy. Hayes knows
Sickening thud.
that for 2 of the last 3 years, Bud DeWitt has sat on the shelf with surgically repaired shoulders.
Wait.
This is great.
He's got his arms pinned in the chair.
Dean, I know you're watching.
Is that a crowbar?
I know you're watching. Get your old ass out here. Save your boy. Save your boy. I'm about to end his career.
Someone's got to come out
Dean?
here.
Come on, Dean.
Hayes
I know you're watching. I know you're watching. Right there in
bellowing
the
for a
production
majority
room.
owner.
Daniel, sit Dean right now. Now.
I haven't even seen Dean tonight. I do not know if he is literally in the building right now, but I do know that Michael Hayes is holding this show.
Dean doesn't get out here right now, I'm going to break his arm.
And
I promise. Dwight will never wrestle again. I promise.
And holding Bud DeWitt hostage.
I'm okay with it. I love
Don't
this.
make
I think
threats.
Hayes is
I
great
made
right
promises. Stand right there.
Dean Hill is
Don't
here.
move. Don't move. I wanted you, Dean. I want you. I want you. And I want every single one of these people to feel the pain I feel every day. I came in this building angry, and you gave me a target. You brought him back, thinking he was going to stop me. And look at him. Look at him. You want this? I shouldn't use the crowbar?
Give it to him.
You're right. You're right. You're right. I shouldn't use the crowbar, Dean. I shouldn't use the crowbar. What I should use is this titanium leg. I'm going to drop my knee right on his head. I'm going to drop it right on his shoulder. He will never wrestle again. This titanium knee worth $100,000 is going to destroy your hero. And I want you to watch. I want you to watch.
Deanie!
Well, where did Houdini come from?
I don't know, and I don't care. He's the right man in the right place at the right time.
Hayes has got the claw on him, though. Houdini is fading. He's fading fast.
Remember, Houdini faced Michael Hayes at the January edition of the Saturday Night Special, but now he's caught in mustard gas and roses.
Hey,
Houdini's
Houdini's
not
out.
can breathe right now. All that pressure.
Hayes got his tension back on Bud Dwight.
Yeah, but that gave Dwight enough time.
Oh!
That gave Dwight enough time to get his wits about him and hit Hayes with inebriation.
As long as Bud Dwight breathes, he still has a chance.
Well, Bud Dwight has the biggest match of his career at the February Saturday Night Special, but I gotta wonder what condition can he be in coming into this fight. What, 3, 4, 5 chair shots? I lost count. Last week he had his shoulder wrapped around the steel post. How possibly can Bud Dwight stand the test of Michael Hayes at the Saturday Night Special?
As I just said a moment ago, as long as Bud Dwight is breathing, he is gonna fight.
And the fight will be hellacious for sure, because the one thing we know is that we don't know what Michael Hayes will do. What else could Hayes have up his sleeve to minimize and hurt Bud Dwight in the next couple of weeks?
You know, that's the thing. No one knows what's going on inside of Hayes' head but Hayes, and that is the psychological advantage that he takes into every single match with him.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, for the second time, third time now, we're going to try and get things situated and started here. Tonight, our main event is an Iron Man match, a 30-minute Iron Man match between LJ and Randall Floyd for the television championship. What about it, Mike Lissette?
This is wrestling at its purest. Tonight we are finally going to find out who is the better man.
Tweet your friends, call your family. OVW is off and running.
Welcome to the show. Do you really want to know? Taking all you're giving and I'm never gonna go. Whoa, baby, welcome to the show.
Your next match will fall in 15 minutes. Introducing.
Everybody's just a little bit rude. Everybody's got a little chip on their shoulder tonight. Well, DL3, David Leland III, back from scouting, back on the set from scouting for his latest
Quiet
production.
on the set, you idiots. Quiet on the set. Little birdie told me that Cardinal has an issue with me because I single-handedly eliminated him from the Nightmare Rumble. That same birdie told me he wants to face me tonight, one-on-one. Well, you know DL3 Productions, we're always ready on set. So Scott, come on out here.
What? Is this match actually going to happen? Oh my goodness, I'm excited for this one.
Are you just meeting DL3?
And his opponent, hailing from Queens, New York, and weighing in at 272 pounds, he is the embarrassing Goliath!
Oh, you got me.
Cardinal. That is clearly not Cardinal, that is Dimes, the paparazzi or camera guy from the Entourage.
Dimes? What do they call him next? His neck looks like a stack of dimes? Who is this kid?
They call him that because he wasn't worth a quarter.
Yeah, that's
Gilbert.
actually well played, Gilbert.
I'll tell you one thing. You talk about size difference. Dime's about 5'5", 150 pounds. Cardinal, 6'4", 270 pounds. Quite a difference in the level of competition right here for DL3.
Well, DL3 calls himself the producer, the director, the star of the show, and therefore he can get whatever ending he wants. A masterful performance from DL3.
It's a great production.
Apparently, our ring announcer doesn't even want to say who won here.
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
Whoa! Oh, that's the real Cardinal.
Cardinal is in the ring. This man is raw talent personified.
We got a guest on the set, and it was unexpected to the Entourage.
Oh, come on, and Dustin Jackson clips the knee.
Remember, the animosity stems from the fact that Cardinal returned to Ohio Valley Wrestling at the Saturday Night Special in the Nightmare Rumble for the first time since 2009. He was eliminated thanks to some shenanigans by the Entourage, and we know there's certainly no love lost after the SNS between Torrey Payne and Jay Lee. So much chaos out here, too much to call. Back in the ring.
Oh, the power!
An emphatic
Scott,
statement.
You want me at the SNS? That's fine. But you gotta go to the production first. And unfortunately for you next week, it's gonna be Hasta la vista, Birdman.
So Cardinals got to get through the Entourage? All of them? Is this a handicap match?
That's smart thinking out of DL3.
If Cardinal can put the lights out on all of DL3's goons, he will get the star himself at the February Saturday Night Special.
Think about it, man. LJ's our buddy. Why wouldn't he win tonight?
If it's about who wins, it's not who is our friend.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like,
hey guys, Shiloh Jones here. You might remember me from such Matt classics as Jamin vs. Shiloh or Jamin vs. Shiloh 2. You know, when it comes to predictions, tag team partners should really be on the same page.
well, so who do you think's gonna win tonight?
Isn't it obvious?
Wait, were you ever in a Iron Man match?
Welcome to the show. Do you really want to know? Taking all you're giving and I'm never gonna go. Whoa, baby, welcome to the show.
It's a big fight night, ladies and gentlemen. Time to find out who's the better man in this Iron Man. Let's go to KC Cordell for the introduction.
This next match is your main event for the evening, and it's a 30-minute Iron Man match for the OVW Television Championship. Introducing first, to my right, the challenger, hailing from Louisville, Kentucky, and weighing in this evening at 190 pounds. He is the River City Dragon, Logan James!
Logan James is a former two-time television champion. He wants nothing more than to get that title back.
And his opponent to my left, hailing from Indianapolis, Indiana, and weighing in at 232 pounds. He is the reigning, defending, undisputed OVW television champion, the real deal, Randall Floyd!
But Floyd will stop at nothing, literally nothing. He'll break every rule in the book just to make sure the title stays around his waist.
Well, and that's smart thinking by the champion. He is going into this with a champion's advantage. Floyd doesn't have to beat LJ. LJ has to beat Floyd.
It's most falls to the finish, Josh Ashcraft, with a 30-minute time limit. You know, LJ saying that he's beaten Floyd more times than he can count. But for one reason or another, by hook or by crook, he is not the television champion. This match was LJ's way to solve that problem. Bell sounds, start the clock. 30 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Most falls wins the match.
Talking to both guys backstage. Each individual approaching this match with a lot of respect. They know it's not a matter of winning as fast as you can. You got to outlast a marathon situation. There will be no fluke winners tonight. The better man will win.
Well, you know, that's the thing, and you made a very valid point, Mike. This is a marathon, and look at the conditioning of Randall Floyd. This man is a born natural athlete. Not only does he have the athletics, he has the brains, rolling into the ring and then back out to stop the referee's count and force him to start over.
What's the strategy right there, right?
Well, the strategy right there, Mike, is to run down the clock, just like any game. Anytime a team has the ball, which is exactly what Floyd has right now, You try to run the clock out so the opposition doesn't have the opportunity to score. You should know that. You're a sports guy.
I understand that, but is Randall Floyd really going to do this the whole match?
I mean,
enter, cut out a minute,
would.
and you're already a minute into the match and absolutely nothing's happened.
Oh, I'd do it. Wouldn't you?
It's cheap is what it is.
Yeah, well, you know all about cheap. Look at that suit jacket.
All right. Now, looks like we're finally going to do it here. Logan James, Randall Floyd, two men that know each other quite well as the champion gains the early advantage.
A good, strong lockup there. Floyd snatching the headlock, taking the true advantage. Working around into an arm wringer. I tell you, Randall Floyd has got to be one of the quickest, hottest rising young talents I've ever seen come through Ohio Valley Wrestling. Gilbert, would you agree?
95-5 in collegiate wrestling. We've told his story time and time again, but I think his rise in OVW has been nothing short of meteoric, which is why a lot of fans get frustrated with the way that he chooses to win some of his matches when his back's against the wall, Mike.
Gilbert, when you talk about Randall Floyd's story, you talk about all the great athletic accomplishments, but you also have to mention the attitude, the fact that he cheats to win, that he doesn't do it clean. And there's an asterisk, I think, to the start of his incredible career.
You know, a much, much greater man than myself once said, win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat. And that is exactly something that Randall Floyd has taken to heart, and that's what I love about this guy.
LJ is tired of being cheated by Floyd, and he's trying to cause a real problem for the real deal tonight.
That looks like the referee was a little bit out of position there. That could have been a 3 count.
And if I'm LJ, I'm always thinking clock in the back of my mind, trying to get pinfalls or victories or falls of any kind as quickly as possible. Because when you get down to the closing minutes of this match, ladies and gentlemen, that's when it's going to be gut check time. For Floyd or LJ, whoever's going to win this match, they want to be 2, 3, 4 falls ahead of their opponent.
I think both men, as we continue to see a bunch of stare downs, both men are realizing just how long this match is. This is not going to be a quick fix situation. You're going to have to literally beat your opponent into a victory.
Big knee to the midsection there by Floyd. Floyd trying to take the wind out of Logan James with that knee, and that's smart, especially early in to a 30-minute Ironman match. Wear your opponent down. Take the air out of their body. They have no gas for the rest of the match. Sick kick and an uppercut by Logan James.
Logan James has one of the most diversified offensive arsenals in the OVW locker room right now. He can match you hold for hold, and the young man's not afraid to fly. Case in point here, what does James have in the back of his mind? Could it be high risk? The River City Dragon.
Floyd went for a jumping European. Logan stopped short.
I think that shows how well these guys know each other.
A second, he caught him coming off that apron there. Oh, right to the edge of the ring stairs.
Randall Floyd trying to stay 3 steps ahead of Logan James, and that is a momentum-shifting moment. Could Floyd be heading towards his first fall? We got to take a television timeout.
Jarvis Family Medical uses cosmetic treatments to make you feel beautiful. On Wednesdays, walk in for cosmetic injections, fillers, aromatherapy, hydrofacial, or even IV hydration. Jarvis Family Medical, for a healthier, better you.
Welcome to the show. Do you really want to know? Taking all you're giving and I'm never gonna go. Whoa, baby, welcome to the show.
You dream of winning championships and entertaining crowds in the world of professional wrestling? You want to be the best, you've got to be trained by the best. Ohio Valley Wrestling has been called the Harvard of pro wrestling. Be the next pro wrestling superstar. Apply at ovwrestling.com. Click on training. Begin living your dream today.
You're back here in Davis Arena, 4400 Shepherdsville Road. This your main event, an Ironman match. 30 minutes, most falls wins with the television title on the line. The champion, the real deal, Randall Floyd, defending against his greatest opponent in many opinions, in the River City Dragon, Logan James. And I want to take you back and show you some action that happened during the commercial break. There were no falls, but there was a moment when Logan James delivered a stiff shot right to the head of Randall Floyd, and that kind of put him back into this match. Shoulders on the mat. Floyd's in trouble, but he's out in 2.
I don't know how Logan James is standing. Right before we went to break, he was driven back first into the stairs. You could hear the pounding that took on his back, but right now he is fighting through it.
Well, and every time the camera gets a shot of it, you can see the welt, just the line forming right across the lower back of Logan James.
And notice where it's located, Josh. That's right up in the kidney area. There could be some internal injuries here that Logan's not even aware of because the momentum that's coursing or the fire that's coursing through his veins.
Well, and that's the thing. If you look at it, every time that LJ goes down, he's favoring that back. He's reaching back. He's checking on it. He might have knotted up the muscles in the back of it. If that happens, he cannot get any power underneath anything he's doing. This is smart from Floyd.
LJ going on all adrenaline right now, Mike.
Well, the thing you said smart from Floyd. Why isn't Floyd leaving Logan James there on the outside? You can see a count-out situation.
Well, a count-out would still count as a fall.
A count-out would count as a fall, but let's be honest here. He smells blood in the water. He knows that he has wounded Logan James, and he's going to take every bit of that advantage of the 10 count to do more damage.
Floyd almost stalking LJ on the floor here as we approach the 10-minute mark here in this 30-minute Iron Man contest.
Oh! That was face first right into the ring post.
And LJ is seeing stars.
I don't know if the cameras caught the sound of that, but it sounded like a watermelon being thrown against the floor. That was sickening.
Guys, this rivalry was really the story of the end of 2017. It heated up. Floyd and LJ traded victories and traded the television championship back and forth. This is like the culmination of those matches.
I see a very, very bright future for Randall Floyd. He reminds me of a really young Randy Orton. I can see this kid going to big, big places as long as he keeps his head amongst himself.
Floyd, of course, was a collegiate wrestling superstar, walked in the doors in day one at Ohio Valley Wrestling, said he would be a champion, and made good on that promise within the first 6 months. But Logan James was also a top consideration for 2017's Rookie of the Year. Two-time television champion and had incredible depth-defying moments. In fact, I can remember the August Saturday Night Special at War Games when really the OVW faithful, the boys in the back, really sat up and started paying attention to Logan James when he jumped off the top of the cage. Hold on, could this be our first fall? When he jumped off the top of the cage, threw caution to the wind, willing to put his own body on the line, you really paid attention to the River City Dragon, said, this kid's got something.
Gilbert, right now, Randall Floyd has something. He's trying to turn that Boston Crab-like maneuver, which we've seen so many tap out to.
As we approach the 10-minute mark here, this is a tactical maneuver. We talked about the welt that's formed on the back, possible kidney damage. Could this be the first fall here?
10 minutes gone, 20 minutes remaining.
Oh, what a drop kick, though, by Floyd.
You know, it seems every time that LJ tries to put some offense together that Floyd is just one step ahead.
Well, and that's the thing about someone like Floyd. You know, we're a third of the way into this match. The champion is really on the offensive here, and he's doing everything he can to position himself to be able to make that killing blow on Logan James and score that first fall.
You know, Floyd's going to his favorite position.
And look at this.
Taking off that Tom turnbuckle. He did it last week. He did it at a Saturday Night Special a couple of months ago.
Floyd's using the ring as a weapon. I like that. That's a good idea. That's smart.
Precious seconds tick by, and it allows LJ to recover a bit. Up, out, and over.
Second.
And I think that LJ got hung up on the top rope.
That's exactly what happened. Right now, Randall Floyd coming back with fire, and it's Logan James who looks shaken up. He might be throwing up.
Floyd risking disqualification, LJ perhaps risking disqualification with the way that Floyd was launched over the top rope. But since majority owner Dean Hill started driving the bus in this company, the over-the-top rope disqualification clause has been relaxed. As Dean says, he's giving his referees authority.
Well, and that's absolutely fine, but something like that, throwing a champion over a top rope, that should be a disqualification no matter where you are.
Are you seriously talking about rules?
Yes, I've got the OVW rulebook right here in front of me, and that should be a disqualification.
And I believe you know it page for page because you know incredible amount of ways how to break them.
Well, I mean, duh, I was a referee. Wait up. He threw Floyd over and he hot-shotted LJ on that top rope.
That's the second time that's happened, and now Randall Floyd going upstairs.
We don't see Floyd try to fly very often.
That's why. Solid kick from Logan James, and down goes the champion to the outside.
Timber.
That hurt. LJ trying to fire up here, trying to get some adrenaline flowing.
Trying to get his wits back about him.
Oh my gosh!
High risk, no reward, nobody home, plus he got hung up in the ropes.
That could cost him the match.
That right there, that is that lower back. That is that injury from being driven into the steel stairs that's starting to come back to haunt Logan James. He can't get the power underneath him.
Now, if I'm Randall Floyd, I'm rolling LJ in the ring right now and trying to get a pinfall.
That would be the smart thing to do. But it looks like Randall Floyd wants to deal out some more damage to Logan James. He's eyeing those stairs again, Gilbert.
Well, he drove Logan James back into those stairs earlier. He might be no.
You know, I talked to Randall Floyd and back earlier tonight. You know, we've been talking about what's at stake and how bad Logan James wants it. Floyd wants to prove once and for all that he is the better man, and there is a reason that he's the television champion.
They're on opposite sides of the ring post now. Logan James with a solid right hand to the jaw of Randall Floyd.
9 count, very close.
Barely making it back into the ring.
Wait a second. Where is Logan James going?
I don't know, but it doesn't look good for Randall. Oh my gosh, no.
Oh, he's not gonna suplex him to the floor.
My, oh my. That's a long way up and even further down if you're on the receiving end of whatever's coming next.
Say what you will about Logan James, but the kid has heart. I mean, it's not my kind of heart. Wait a minute here.
Oh, my God.
Logan James hung up.
Oh! And a DDT on the apron, and Josh, you know that's the hardest part of the ring.
That is where the steel and the wood meet. It is unforgiving. It can hurt. It can break bones, tear tendons. That's not where you want to be.
Is LJ knocked out? Is Floyd heading to our first fall? We got to take our last break. We'll keep the cameras rolling.
Wrestling, a love and a passion we all share. I've started a wrestling brand, a brand founded on the aspects of wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product that connect emotionally for people everywhere. From counting the lights in your local armory to main eventing in Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan. Collar and elbow, the wrestling brand.
Do you dream of winning championships and entertaining crowds in the world of professional wrestling? If you want to be the best, you've got to be trained by the best. Ohio Valley Wrestling has been called the Harvard of pro wrestling. Be the next pro wrestling superstar. Apply at ovwrestling.com. Click on training. Begin living your dream today.
I hear what you're saying, but you're standing alone. Now with you and me here, this place is gonna explode. Saturday night, you bet there's gonna be a fight. Under the lights, it's gonna be
back here in Davis Arena, 4400 Shepherdsville Road in Louisville, Kentucky. We have taken our last television timeout, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh.
This is an Iron Man match for the television championship. The champion, Randall Floyd. Hold on, could this be our first fall?
No.
Floyd defending against Logan James. We have not had one fall in the match yet, and we are past the halfway point, folks.
You know, and during the break, ladies and gentlemen, Randall Floyd managed to counter a suplex by Logan James and drive him completely back into the corner and into the ropes with a suplex of his own, and it was a nasty landing for Logan James.
And guys, I am shocked at the way Randall Floyd has controlled this matchup. You do have to give credit though to Logan James. He has not given up. He continues to fight, but you gotta wonder just how long it's gonna be before Floyd scores that first pinfall.
Floyd now channeling his inner rugged Ronnie Garvin. Hold on here, Floyd's in trouble. And I'm just amazed. I am amazed at the drive, the will, the desire, the gumption of the River City Dragon, Logan James.
But the thing is, every time Logan James kicks out, it makes Randall Floyd even madder. It makes him even more aggressive, and that is not something that you want.
Oh,
Logan James straight down to the floor, and he's favoring that knee.
I think that knee could have been twisted or broken perhaps. He is, I don't know how he's standing.
Put a bad knee on top of a bad back, and I tell you what, Logan James is in a bad way right now.
By the time this is all said and done, he's going to have a bad knee, bad back, a bad everything from this calculated attack by Randall Floyd.
Here comes Floyd to pick the bones.
Strategy. You got to start thinking strategy right now as Floyd delivers more punishment to the River City Dragon. Logan James needs to think about creating some distance, just staying away.
But that's not in Logan James' DNA. Logan James is going to come straight at you head on no matter what it is you're throwing at him. And while that is admirable, it's also not the smartest thing in the world.
Oh, the power again.
10 minutes remaining.
Here's a cover.
Down to the final 10 minutes of the match. Could it be our first fall here? And Logan James is still alive.
Still tied at 0.
How did he kick out of that? At this point, 20 minutes worth of abuse. And that's exactly what it's been, Gilbert. Just abuse.
And again, that's why I say that I've been impressed with the drive, the gumption of Logan James. A lot on the line and a lot to prove here for both of these young superstars.
I don't care what kind of shape you're in, if you have the most chiseled, jacked physique on the planet or not. Ooh. 20 minutes into this much of a hard-hitting match, it's got to be taking their toll on both men.
And now pressure on the neck from the champion.
Think of all the punishment throughout the match. We saw the way that LJ landed on his head during the commercial break. We saw the way his back ran into the steel steps in the first 5 minutes, guys. That was the first 5 minutes of this match. Planted, spiked.
Logan James showing some
big
fire
moment,
here.
Big moment here. This could be the first fall. Oh, I thought Logan was going to go for a cover here.
Has he got him up for the gut check? No!
James wanted to make sure that he can hold Floyd down for 3. Will it be enough? The leg is hooked. And the television champion kicks out in 2.
No one wants to give any ground. This is what they're fighting for. This is about championships.
Logan should have gone for the cover after the DDT. He had him down for a split second.
Yep.
It could have been long enough to get a 3, but he just had to get in just another move.
I agree wholeheartedly. And again, precious seconds are ticking away here. And Logan James, you got to remember that both of these guys are in the first year, 2 years of their careers. Never been in an Iron Man match type scenario.
Look, I know it's cold, but did hell just freeze over? You're agreeing with me, Corsi?
I'm saying that Logan James should have gone for the cover immediately, in my opinion, yes.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Well, sometimes in these situations, you just get caught up in the moment. Right now, both of these men are trying to survive. That's what this is about.
Being caught up in the moment and trying to survive are two completely different things. There is no room for error this far into a match, especially an Iron Man match where at this point, it's anybody's ball game.
Game changer moment here, Olympic slam. You're seeing fatigue begin to set in on both of these men. The cover! Logan James is still in it.
How does he keep kicking out?
And look at Randall Floyd. Look at the eyes. He's shocked.
We are approaching now the 25-minute mark, ladies and gentlemen, in this Iron Man contest, and still no fall. 8 minutes remaining now.
Randall Floyd cannot believe it. He's saying there had to have been 3. No, Logan James kicked out. He dug deep once again.
And it's Floyd that gets dumped to the outside that time. Wait a minute here. Logan James, what's he thinking?
You remember what happened last time? Is he really going to go for another high risk? But this time there's a big reward. Logan James wants it.
LJ's got to get him back into the ring. Can he capitalize, Gilbert? That's the real question.
The River City Dragon quickly ascending, or as quick as he can, ascending that top rope. Are we going to see a frog splash here? He connects, and this could be the first fall. The leg is hooked. LJ has fall number. No, he doesn't. And a picture is worth 1,000 words. Look at the face of Logan James. Disbelief written all over it, Mike.
Wondering what he has to do to put the champion away. It's still tied at 0.
At this point, I don't know what else it could be that Logan James could do. He's pulled out every trick that he can possibly think of, and Randall Floyd keeps kicking out.
Logan just said, what? What? And that could be a question of disbelief, or he's asking himself, what do I have left in the tank? What do I have left in my offensive arsenal? What other stop can I pull out to hold Floyd down? And he's just going to slugfest,
Here's
to
the
Pound
strategy.
City.
Beat him into submission. Beat him down.
25 minutes gone, 5 minutes remaining.
25 minutes gone. Talk about gut check time. This is where all the training, all the weightlifting, all the endurance comes into play. And Logan James goes for the frog splash, and nobody is home.
Once again, no water in the pool. When is he going to learn?
Big mistake. Big mistake. Big mistake by James, and Floyd's right there to capitalize.
This has got to be it. Here. Oh, the champion didn't go for the cover.
Shocked. I'm shocked.
I'm not shocked.
He wants to get more punishment.
We talked about what's at stake for Floyd here. He doesn't want to just retain the title. He wants to prove that he is better than LJ.
Wow.
First fall in the match at the 26-minute mark.
1-0 with 4 minutes to go. Randall Floyd the advantage.
One fall for Randall Floyd.
And now this changes the whole complexion of the match, guys. Randall Floyd doesn't have to do anything. Logan James is the guy that has to fight from underneath. He needs to score 2 pinfalls to win this.
2 pinfalls in about 4 minutes.
And he hasn't pinned him the whole time.
And that's why I said I wasn't shocked or surprised that Floyd wasn't going for a cover.
And Logan's out on his feet. But if you're Randall Floyd, you don't sit back and skate. You go back into grind. You go back into pound, and you try and rack up some more falls.
Or you kill time.
He could just be burning down the clock, but if I know Randall Floyd the way I think I do, I know that he's going to try to do some more damage to Logan James.
LJ with the small package. LJ with the small package. Perhaps you're right, Mike Lissette. Floyd should just stay away from Logan James.
He's so dangerous. Here's another one.
Logan knows that time is not on his side, and sometimes 3 seconds can feel like 3 hours.
Knee to the midsection, trying to take the air out of Randall Floyd. Hooks him for the suplex.
He hooked it. He hooked it. Oh, just a 2 count again.
3 minutes. Stay focused.
We got 3 minutes to go.
27 minutes gone, 3 minutes remaining.
Oh my, 3 minutes to go. Randall Floyd a 1-0 lead. Logan James, the challenger, needs to score 2 pinfalls in not a lot of time. Here's another roll-up. A 1, 2. Oh, so close. So close.
Nothing off the O'Connor roll for Logan James, but another kick out from Randall Floyd, ladies and gentlemen.
Got butterflies in my stomach. I told you at the top of this match it was going to be a big fight night, and these 2 young hotshots have delivered.
2.5 minutes to go. The crowd can sense it. Logan James needs some help.
Reversal on the Irish whip, trying to roll him over to a half Boston Crab. Shades of the Canadian Maple Leaf from Lance Storm. He's got that in deep.
Floyd's trying to go up 2-0.
Wouldn't you, Gilbert? Isn't that what you would do in this situation?
2 minutes remaining.
Oh my, 2 minutes to go. This is not the spot Logan James wants to be in.
James has got about 100 seconds not only to break this hold, but to get a fall on Randall Floyd as well. And smart by Floyd. He's just got to sit in and hold on and ride it out.
That is absolute beauty. That is ring awareness by Randall Floyd. Logan James trying to kick out of it.
But look at this!
Jockeying for position here.
Wait a second, he's got Floyd in his own hold.
That's his own hold, I love it!
Is Floyd gonna tap to the crab? Look at the intensity in Logan James. He's got giving it everything he's got.
A taste of your own medicine, and it couldn't come at a better time.
Hold on, Floyd, hold on.
Floyd is scratching. Floyd's in the middle of the ring. He's crawling.
You've got time, Floyd. Don't tap out.
1 minute remaining.
1 minute to go.
Now look at this. Logan James with the knee into the shoulder.
60 seconds left. Well placed in the middle of the spine. Can Floyd hold on? Can Floyd hold on? Or will LJ make a tap?
Yes!
It's 1-1. It's 1-1.
The winner of the second fall, Logan James. Score is tied 1-1.
All right, 40 seconds to go. This is what you got to do if you're Logan James. You need to score a pinfall right now.
And if you're Randall Floyd, you just stay away. Because in the eventuality that you can't get that fall,
this is what it comes back to exactly what you were saying, Josh.
Champion's advantage.
The champion has to be beat. And Logan James was out to prove that he is the better man once and for all.
We have 15 seconds. Oh, no, he's got him again.
10, 9.
Can he turn
8,
it?
7.
Yeah, he did.
Hold on.
It's got to be over.
5, 4.
Can Floyd hold on? Will he
2,
tap? Will he tap?
1.
That's it. But he was tapping. You saw Randall Floyd tap.
The match has ended in a 1-1 tie.
If you're Logan James, how upsetting is that?
Heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking for Logan James. These two warriors laid it all on the line. They gave it everything they had, ladies and gentlemen, and they ended in a 1-1 tie after a 30-minute Iron Man match.
No. This is not going to happen like this. I promised I would have myself a winner tonight. I don't care if we have to go to overtime. As a matter of fact, ring the bell. Dean Hill's law says this match is now in sudden death.
Whoa! Overtime! We got overtime in the Iron Man match. The next fall is the finish, ladies and gentlemen. The next fall's gonna win. Who is the true Iron Man here? Randall Floyd or Logan James?
The bell has been rung. This match is going.
James is going after it. James is intent. He's intense. The River City Dragon saying he's not leaving here tonight without the television championship around his waist. Hold on, wait a minute. I'm being told we may be going to overtime in this match, but we're out of time on television, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
James is going for it. We're going to keep the cameras rolling. Hold on here.